Hello, hello. This is Meri at the Meri Atelier, and it is Sunday evening, November the 15th. So how was that hop Friday night? Did we hop or what? I did finish my little boxes. This one goes to Deborah Brown, and this one goes to Able to Rejoice. And I want to make some washi tape for Jane. So, and my candle, the wick burned, it drowned itself in the wax. Now tonight I'm going to try to, I'm going to try to pour out the wax when it gets to the point to where it's drowning. Yeah. This little thing doesn't want to work too well. It's a Dollar Tree lighter. I like to have a candle. We'll see how that goes. I'll probably have to pour out some of that wax as it melts. I'll have to keep an eye on that. So welcome to everybody who is coming in. Let's get my other channel up and going here. Get rid of all my notifications since Friday night. Turn on YouTube. And go to my channel. Oh, and I'm right there. Hello, hello. Hi, Mina. Hi, Candy. Hi, Julie. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I thought I'd work on a tag-along with Meri tonight, and I thought I'd use Cheryl's prompts that I couldn't find last time. Hi, Julie. Welcome, welcome. So I put them in a folder on my drive, and hopefully I can find them this time, because I started it with Cheryl. A, B, cat. Yeah, see, it's not there. It's sorted by... last modified. There it is. Cheryl's prompts are misspelled. I think I did the first set. I think she sent me 2 sets. Add ephemera, doodle your heart out, doodle, let's see what the other ones are. Add paint through a stencil. This is the one I did, I think. Add paint through a stencil, write or draw with your non-dominant hand. No, I didn't do that. Let's do this one. So let me write them out for the tag along, and grab a piece of paper here. And I decided that I'm going to count this stamp as one of my November stamps. Let's write them on the back of, let's write them on a clean paper. Okay. So, this is November 15th. Now I'm going to take this off. #2020, and it's hashtag tag. Now these prompts Cheryl does in Beth's Schuler stream, but she sends them to me. So I'm using them, what she sends. Oops, that's a little M. Tag along with Meri. And I think this is my fourth one. Number 4. Okay, and the prompts are, one is to add paint through a stencil. Well, that won't be hard. Add paint through a stencil. The second one is write or draw something with your non-dominant hand. Write or draw with non-dominant hand. Three is write 10 various directions. Oh, write in various directions. Oh, so I think I'll draw here and write here. Write in various directions. Using a permanent pen or marker. Well, that won't be hard. Number 4 is rub gesso or paint in random places. Rub gesso or paint in random places with your fingers. Okay, finger paint. And the 5th one is a wild card. Gotta have those wild cards, just in case you get stumped. So if you guys want to play along with me, like I said, I get these prompts from Cheryl. She sent them to me from when they were playing with Beth on Beth Schuler's channel. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Candy. I said hello to Candy. Mina, Nashwa. Hi, Nashwa. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, Samantha. Welcome, Samantha. And Julie's here. And Mina and Julie and Candy. Welcome, ladies. Well, I'm going to get started. I'm going to pick a tag out of this big bag of stuff. Well, I actually have 2 bags in there. Let's see what I have. I want a tag base. Should I make a black one? Well, yeah, I think I will. Is that dangerous? I think I have a black one. Let's try another color. Let's see what else I have in this bag of stuff. Well, you know, I have a history. It would be fun to make a tag out of this history. This is Walt Whitman. Oh, there's a bear and an otter, some wildlife. Here's a streetcar. Ooh, that would be fun. Trolleys, they called them trolleys. I think I might use that. But I still need a base. Maybe I'll put it on the black just to secure it. And that'll be my base. So my base is going to be a text page, but I'm going to put it on black to secure it. Ooh, this is all about the Trail of Tears. Let's cut that out and keep it. And I'm going to mount this. This is not a prompt. I'm just using this as my base, but I'm going to put it on this black paper. So, do I want it tall or small? Maybe about 8 inches. Eight inches is pretty tall. Yeah, but I think 8 inches is what it's going to have to be. 8 inches. Now, I don't think that's going to show up too well. I don't think this will show up too well. 8. 8. And I'm just going to cut. I can see that line. I doubt that you guys can. Maybe I'll pour some of this wax on this tag as a wild card. And let's just fold. I'm just preparing my base. So welcome to everybody who's coming in. Hi, Susan Hill. Nashua, Cheryl. Hi, Cheryl. I'm using your prompts tonight. I don't know if they were the last ones you sent me. And you know, I think I will grip around this just for the fun of it. Boy, I had trouble sleeping last night. My stomach was upset, and it was really upset. I might have eaten too much popcorn. I couldn't sleep. Oh, stomach pain. I took some Tums and walked around the house and took some more Tums. After a couple hours, I took some more Tums, and finally it settled down. But oh my goodness, it was not fun. Now I'm just preparing the base. This is the base of my tag. This is just getting ready to do the prompts. I want to do the book page, but I think the book page itself will be too flimsy for a tag, so I'm attaching it to a base. And this is all about trolleys. Okay, so the first prompt is add paint through a stencil. So let me get out a stencil. Oh, what one shall I use? I'm either going to use, well, that one won't work so good for paint. Let's use that one. And what kind of paint? I feel like a light blue would be pretty on that. Let's go for a light blue. Once I find it. Or this is a ocean blue. That might be pretty. I was thinking lighter though. That's green. I might just go for the ocean blue here. Aqua sky. Let's use that. Aqua sky. Cut the end off of my sponge, and I can use this part of it. Save that for another time. Hi, Holly. How are you feeling? How are you feeling? I hope you're feeling better. Well, you know, I think, there's my stencil brush. Let's try the stencil brush. My sponge sometimes drinks up the Hi, Angie. Did I say hello to you? So I sat here Friday night till the wee hours of the morning because I wanted to get those boxes done, and I'm really liking them. I am really liking them. I hope to be able to get those sent out next week right away. Probably not tomorrow. I have to, got thread from Penelope there. I have to get them in their envelope. Now, I think I'm going to come through this way a little. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I am happy with that. I'll put my brush in the water. This, I don't know. All right. So I've done the first prompt. Write or draw with your non-dominant hand. So if I'm going to draw, I'm going to have to dry this off. Now I got a something on it. Now I have to give that a little dry. We were doing a tag along. I'm using Cheryl's prompts that she sent me a few days ago. I put them on my drive and I couldn't find them, and I went looking for them, and then I found them and put them in a folder. Hi, Jersey. Welcome, welcome. And, oh, it's A-N-I-G-E. Angie says, when my nephew set my phone up, he spelled my name, so I just didn't change it. He spelled my name wrong. He misspelled my name, so I didn't change it so he could tell me from the other end. That's a good idea. Hi, Malia. Welcome, welcome. She says, I'm lurking and gluing. Is Sharon in here? And Lori? Did I miss a couple people coming in? Nash was here. Holly, Mina. Sharon Marlowe. Hi, Sharon. Marlowe, she says, hi, Meri. Hello, everyone. I'm lurking and painting. And who else came in that I missed? Lori Paint Girly. Welcome, welcome, Lori. All right. Write or draw with your non-dominant hand. So, I need a darker marker if I'm going to draw. One that actually, with my non-dominant hand. Write or draw. let's try something different. Let's try, I don't know if I can get this one going. Yeah, it's going. Now, can I non-dominant this? I'm going to do that on the back. And let me take a good look at this lady. All right, she's got a long dress. You guys probably can't see it. Let me zoom in just a little so you guys can see a little better. Hi, Joyce. Welcome, welcome. Joyce, did you see the finish of your box? What did I do with them? I put them over. Where did I put them? Well, they're here. This is the finish of your box, your Crayola box. I left the fabric on the back, and this lady says, some sort of somebody. Very good, Eddie. I think that's was a play or some sort of a 1930s movie. And then what you have in it is some washi tape. Some washi tape. And then I'm going to send you a section, not a section, I'll send you a piece of this fabric. And then I also did one that Janice won for Deborah Brown. And this was a cigarette box. And I carved an eraser for her. These are the altered boxes that I did on Friday night. All right, come on. I guess maybe I should put the card in first. So I have those to send out. Okay, what was I going to do here? Oh, I was looking at this lady's dress. It's got a yoke and a long, and it looks like it has sort of an apron thing. All right, I'm going to try to draw in white with my non-dominant hand here. So let's start over here. And, you know, I'm having to squeeze this marker while I draw. All right, we're going to give it some ruffle here on the bottom. And let's see, I said it had a yoke. Something like, something like that. And, oh, she's going to have a skinnier waist than this. Like that. And let's give her an arm coming down here. And let's make it a ruffly sleeve. And an arm coming down this way. And we're just going to let it. And then she's got a sort of an apron on with ruffles. Good thing this one's going in my journal. And I don't dare give her a face. Let's see if I can get a head in there. Your hand doesn't want to go the way you want it to go. I'm going to make this hair. You guys probably can't see anything for... All right, there she is, non-dominant hand. Woo! She needs if we call this a bonnet up here, let's put a bow in it if I can. Looks like she's getting ready for her very first trolley ride. All right, well, there it is. That was my Let's dry it just a little. Now, I'm trying to keep the wax out of the flame here. Just kind of tipping it and letting it. I'll pour some of it out when I get done here. All right. So that was prompt 2. Prompt 3 is write in various directions using a permanent pen or marker. So let's see. In 1877, Richmond, Virginia became the first city to install a practical electric network of trolleys or streetcars. Soon, hundreds of electrical trolley systems were built around the country. Trolleys were different in design and feel in each city. Riding them became a distinct part of urban experience. In New York, for example, Brooklynites developed a reputation as trolley dodgers, hence their name, hence the name of their, and that's all I have. So I think I'm going to put well, I don't have to write with my non-dominant hand here. $1887. I think I'll put 1887 right here. 1887. Trolley Dodgers. And urban experience. I think I'm going to put urban experience here. There. I think that's kind of enough. Here, we'll put trolley song up here. I'll just print it. Trolley song. So I got my writing going this way, that way, and that way. And I'm not going to put any more on there because I want some of the text to show through. So that was the third prompt. The next prompt was rub gesso or paint in random places with your fingers. Can we call wax paint? I can't use my finger. Well, I can get out that, let's get out the finger protector that Deborah sent me. We're going to call my melted wax paint. I'm going to use my finger protector, and hopefully that will protect me from the hot wax. I'm going to rub hot wax on this. And let's try it on the edge. Oops. Let's just try it here first. And I'm just going to... I was going to do this as my wild card, but... And this helps me get rid of some of the, oh, come on, some of the wax that's drowning my flame here. All right, I'm just going to leave it like that. A little weird. What am I going to do with the rest of it? Boy, this is burning down awfully fast. Ooh. Where's my scraper? My wild card might be scrape some of that off. Or I'm not sure what my wild card will be. Let's just smooth it out. It isn't like a Crayola. It's more, I'm not sure. It's different than a Crayola wax. Like I could probably scrape this whole thing off if I wanted in here. All right, we're just going to leave that. Now, let's put my finger protector back so I'll have it the next time I use Crayola. So that was the fourth prompt. These go pretty fast. The fifth prompt is a wild card. So what do I want to do with my wild card? Let's turn this upside down. Let's just do some, let's use the rest of this blue on here. It may need a little more. This is my wild card, is doing the back, finishing off the back. Yep. Let's try that. Now this has to have more. I've done all 5 prompts. Look, I melted this with the heat gun. You know, you could almost use that wax as a resist. Let's scrape this off. Let's play with this a little. Let's scrape this off, because I think it's going to not be a good thing on my tag. And I'll just throw this away. And let's, whoops, that didn't get glued down very well. Let's put some more glue on that. Let's turn it over and take some of this wax and pour it on there and see if I can't use it as a resist. And I'm just going to scribble pour it. I don't like this candle at all. Now, it has to cool. Come on. This candle is not a good candle, I'll tell you that right now. Got it at the grocery store. The one I got at the Dollar Tree was much better. Now I have to let this dry, and then I'm going, I think I'll spray. I really need a white spray. But let's go to my, I think that'll soak in. While it's drying, I will look for a spray. What's that? Some of this spray is homemade stuff. Where's my red? Ah! We have this picked raspberry. That might be dry enough. This is my wild card, is creating a resist on the back. Now I want to mask her off, I guess. I don't think the spray will. Well, I'm going to leave her like that. This is Distress Spray Stain. And it may not soak into my paint. I don't know. I want to resist. And it may just be resisting on the paint too. Let's give that a dry. And no, I can't dry it because I can't dry it because I'll melt the wax. Let's take a brush. Let's play. Let's play. See, I shouldn't have put that paint on there, but I didn't know I was going to do this. Because my paint is also resisting the spray. All right, now this looks pretty messy, doesn't it? But let's grab my palette knife and let's see what happens if I scrape. So I use my wax here as a resist. That was the point, but my spray is too wet and I can't. I shouldn't have put the spray on it. You can kind of see the resist. Let's see if I can dab some of this up. Well, it was a trial. My paint resisted the spray. Let's try it again on something different. Set this aside and let it dry. I'm going to throw all this away. I see my poor candle needs pouring out again. That candle is not a good candle. I won't buy them again. Here's my poor prompts. I did the wild card though. Let's check that off. Let's see, what do I have here I can play with? Just another sheet of paper here. Let's do it this way. What would happen if I pour this way? Getting my glass black from the flame. It burns fast and uneven, this candle does. All right, we're going to let that cool just a bit. I suppose I could spray over that anyway. Let's spray it. Now I can't dry this because it'll melt the wax. All right, let's see if I can scrape. What happens if I scrape that wax away? Oh, it has the oil, but it's still kind of neat. I would recommend doing this on a stronger paper. I just used copy paper. It's tearing there. Oh, the candle's almost done. I won't buy another one of those. So I'm going to call this a wax resist technique. Just playing with my malformed candle. Yeah, I tore through some of that. And there. Well, that was fun. Now let's clean up the mess. You really need a white cardstock or something for this. Let's clean up this. Set this aside for a minute. Yeah, well, no, it's still burning. Not happy with that candle. All right. So, what about the tag? I did all the prompts, but I'm not sure I'm happy with the tag. Yeah, let's throw this in the wastebasket. This tag needs help. It's still a little wet. Let's dry it off. Yeah, wax on my... Yeah, Dollar Tree candles were a lot better. That autumn one that I was burning a week ago burned a lot better than this one did, and I paid the same price for them. And I didn't see a, I don't see a, I can hardly read it. It just says warm cinnamon swirl candle, some sort of I can't read the print's awfully small. Carla of Carla, I can't read it. It doesn't really, here, let's see what it says on the back. Yeah. I'm going to dig all of this out and use the little jars worth $1. Warning, cinnamon swirl, keep out of reach of children. I don't see a manufacturer's name on this. It's awfully small. It's like 0.2 type. I'm going to set it aside. Let's finish my tag. Yeah, let's get this off of there. I still have some wax on here. Yeah, I'll use that. So I like this, but it needs more. What does it need? What does it need? Some white paint. Yeah. Let's play with it. Put my little lighter away. I like the tag. As for what it is, it's just something fun to do. It doesn't take long. I don't want these tags to take a long time. I'm just going to brush the sides of it here. And this is Dollar Tree paint, and I will say I don't think it's that opaque. But you know, the Deco Art paint is not that opaque either. I like apple barrel paints a lot more opaque than this paint is. Give it a couple coats here. All right, what else do I want to do? not happy with it yet. Boy, that wax, now my fingers feel waxy. All right. Hi, Lala. Arlene says, I will remember that picture and not get one. Oh, the picture on the candle? It's like a cinnamon swirl bread loaf here on the candle. And they're calling this a cinnamon swirl wax, but it burnt down real fast and it burnt uneven. I have all this extra wax in there. It did not burn the wax good. Now, if I lived in Wisconsin, I have a whole bunch of party light candles. They burn really good. Well, I'm not happy with my tag yet. So what do I want to do to it? It just feels like it needs more. But you know, it's basically a black and white tag. Let's give it a punch, a hole punch. And let's see where that is, over here. And I just eyeball this. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I feel like I need something more on it. Needs a little bit of color, like a little something something. How about some Georgia clay? And how are you going to put it on, Meri? I don't know. I might... I'm not sure what I'm doing. Yeah, it needs some brightening up for sure. Or just a little bit of color. Subtle color. Boy, I feel that wax on here. You know, your tags don't have to be perfect. You know, they don't have to be masterpieces. They're just really, for me, this just gets my juices flowing. And again, we don't have to spend hours and hours and hours doing this. Let's go around the edge here. Yeah. All right, I'm happier with that. Let's dry that. I think I got some wax here on the front too. I see it right here. Let's turn this over. Now this lady was drawn with my non-dominant hand. I drew this lady with my left hand, so if you think she looks a little weird, that's why. Okay, let's brush this out a little so I don't put my hand in it. Alrighty. Let's document it. Let's document it this way. Hashtag yeah. Tag along with Meri. And this is 11/15. Now I'm writing over paint. That paint isn't, and wax. 2020. Probably ruined my marker. See if it'll write in here. And this is number 4, I believe. 11, 15, 20, 20. And then I signed it over there. Now all I want to do is put a tag tie on it. And what shall I use for a tag tie? Piece of this lace. Why not? Why not? Yeah. And I think I can double that. let's put it through like this. It's going to be a short tag tie. And there. And I've been putting them in my journal. I use this as a background. And I've been starting from the back. Except I'm not sure how much more room I have in here, because I want to save that for my prints. We might have to start me another section. That's for my index. The Drindle dolls. I did get these sent out. You should be getting them in the mail. And that's my stamp stuff. So what I could do here is make a flip. Let's make a flip. Let's make a flip on this page right here. And I'm going to attach my tag to it. So. There's still wax on this that I didn't get off. I'm tearing off the bad part here. And let's tear it here. Art journaling does not have to be perfect. You know, you're just you're just playing when you do this stuff. Woo! Let's put some, put some tape here. Right about to there. Come on. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to put this right here. And then I'm just going to use a bobby pin. I have to clip this on here. And There's still wax on this thing. I didn't get it all off. I'm going to write wax resist. You can do a better wax resist than that. That was just with that horrible candle wax that I had. So there we go. There is that. Oh, I need my prompts. I'm just taking my prompts. This is my prompt sheet. Let's just fold it like this. And let's just fold it one more time. Put it right in here. There we go. Phew. I wouldn't call that the best tag I ever did, but it was still fun to play with it. All right. What's going on in chat? What is going on in chat? I got wax on my... Hi, Joyce. Hi, Janet. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Barbara Chicken Pot Pie Society. Candy's here. Angie, Joyce. Barbara says, I was thinking the exact same words, Lala. What did Lala say? So pretty. Thank you. Hi, Riri. Suze is here. Hi, Suze. Joyce, able to rejoice. Janet Baum. Suze is here. Arlene says, Meri, Ellen has a question, or Eileen has a question. Is it Eileen? Has a question above. Joyce, Barbara, Arlene. Oh, it's Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Welcome, welcome. Meri, have you ever did painting on canvas? Yes, I have. I kind of quit painting on canvas, big canvases, just simply because I don't have the wall space. But you know, I did some of my, well, I participated not in last year's, but the year before. The Art Sherpa has April acrylic or acrylic April. And I did several small journal pages with acrylic paint. And then on canvas paper itself, I did some journal covers, but I just did those with craft paint, which was good enough for me because I was just making journal covers. But yeah, I have done oil painting, I've done acrylic painting, but I don't do it as a general rule on canvas, you know, like sitting at an easel and painting that way, because I just don't have the room for all that. So I like to work in art journals. I don't, as a general rule, I just use craft paint. I don't buy a lot of tubes of paint. Oops. And welcome, Ellen. Glad to have you join us tonight. Joyce says, congrats to Dustin Johnson winning the Masters. He had a tiger on his tail. Oh, Masters. I want to say, was that golf? I don't know what that is, what sport he won, but they're all saying hello to people out there. Violet, is Violet in here? Hi, Violet. Welcome, Violet. Okay, what should I do now? I want to carve, but I don't want to carve right now. I think I saved these, ones that I kind of goofed up on that I didn't want to send to Deborah. I did a better one for Deborah. This one, I think I'm going to carve it out. This one just was not a happy Let's stamp this one out on my art journal page. Yeah, and document it. My journal is getting full, and I have a month and a half left in the year. Oops. Let's see, I am on, wow, I'm only on I'm on day 11, and today I got 4 of these to do. Well, this will be 13, so I'll have 3 to do. These are not hard to carve. I was not happy with this one. It just wasn't working for me, but we'll stamp it out because I did carve it. I wasn't about to send, I will send something to people that I'm not happy with. I'm going to move Penelope. I have done that before, and I've always regretted it. Penelope, I don't know where I'm going to put you. I've always regretted it if I send something out that I'm not happy with. But not everything you do is going to be perfect. It's really a growth thing. You grow. And I'm seeing I'm needing to refresh my ink pad. And I don't think I bothered to clean this one up. I stopped on it. I was very discouraged with it. What it is, it's candy canes and Christmas lights. I'll fill in the Christmas lights and you'll see it better. I could do one with just candy canes. I think I'll start, I'm not going to carve tonight. I'm just not into it tonight. I think the next set that I carve, I'm going to carve trim, like crochet trim, and let's go down one. No. Yeah, I'm going to have to go down one. Okay, geez. And we'll make this one shorter. So this will be, oh no, this is day 11. So I am 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm 4 behind. That's because of the weekend. All right. Whoops, I want to do one more. I always forget I would like to do a one by himself over here. I'll put it right in here. All right, let's put my eraser away. And this one, I think I'm going to, no, this is my own. This one I'm going to leave. The other one that I have of the candy cane that I stopped on, I'm going to carve him off, but I'm not going to do carving tonight. I'm just not into carving tonight. Ew. Boy, it is warm in here. My brother has that heat cranked up. I tell him that to turn it down, but he'll leave it down all year. It's up in the 50s today. Yeah, this is that I used on that wax. I'm tempted just to throw these away. So this was actually done Friday, which would have been the 13th. 11, 13, 20, 20. And these are button dangles. Button, B-U-T-T-O-N dangles. And these are candy cane and Christmas lights. Candy cane. And Christmas lights. And I'll sign it in here. All right, and then I want to take my marker, my red marker, and you'll see it better when I put the lights in there. It's really not too bad once you get them all stamped out. I just wasn't happy with it. There we go. So I'm behind 4, and so I have 19 more stamps to carve in 15 days. So I can get usually 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Is that wax? 18. I can get 18. I'm going to have to squeeze 3 on one page, or I might go back here to where I was designing them. All right. So what shall I do? What shall I do? Bye, Julie. Thanks for popping in. Does Janet have food? Cheryl says she thinks she needs more sleep. Mary, turn on your fan. I took the fan upstairs because I thought winter was here when it snowed. The fan's not in here anymore. Julie says, I'm off to have lunch. Enjoy your lunch, Julie. Feed me, Janet. What does Janet have? Janet says, bringing you into the kitchen with me. Just won't be able to chat. We had salmon for supper tonight. My brother cooked salmon. This is the one I didn't like. And I'm just I could just carve this half off, or I could cut it in half. I like this half. I don't like this bottom half here, and I could cut this in half, or I could just carve something on there and leave that alone. Call it a fail. I'll put it in here for now. Let's put this one in there. Well, I have this cuff. It has buttons, but I can slip this cuff on. Now, Kathy Arbor was showing us slow stitching with cuffs. I am gonna, well, no, let's just leave it like this for now. See, I can put it on. Well, let's button it up. I can put it on without unbuttoning it. It's too big. I mean, it's that big. But I have this that, you know, when you have some blouses that you roll up the sleeve and you use these to, and I could sew a button. There's a buttonhole here. And I could sew a button on here. Sew this around here and sew a button so that it would, you know, tighten up once I got it on. I'm thinking. Let's take maybe a 1-inch pleat in there. and sew this around here, sew the button right about here. So I'm planning that. I really haven't. I should work on my postcards is what I should be working on, but I want to clean this desk off. I guess I could work on these circles. These circles that I'm doing for my winter journal. They're all over here. Let me keep that out. I'll put that with the erasers. I should have 10 of these already covered with lace. And I have a bunch of lace cut. And I'm going to put numbers on them. There we go. Yeah, I took my fan upstairs. It's just so crowded in here. It is just super crowded in here. And I'm trying to straighten up this room so I can walk in it. And I thought winter had come and I didn't need the fan anymore, so my fan is not in here anymore. And I don't have any room on my desk for the other one that she gifted me. There's just no room in here. Alrighty. So I should have 10 of these done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I should have 10 of these painted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've got a pile of them over here. Oh, you guys, it's just, honestly. Here's my scissors. And where are they? Here. I guess I have more than, whoops. I think one went down the hole. We'll have to count. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I've got 22, and then I should have a stack of ones that aren't painted yet. And 23. I'll have to find those. I'm not sure what I did with them. All right, we're not going to worry about those. I'm going to start on these. And all I'm doing here, let's use here's my squirrel. My November squirrel is all done. I want to take this, and we have a local, they're not a printers or a media company. And I'm going to see if they can't reduce this so that I can make prints of him. So what kind of an animal should I do for December? A reindeer? Should I do a reindeer for December, or a husky dog maybe? Let's put a piece of paper down so you guys can see. Mary, the squirrel is wonderful. A penguin? Oh, that's a good idea, Janice. A penguin. I like that idea. Janice, you come up with the greatest ideas. This one's done. So, let's count here. Let's just put tape on the back of these. 1, this one's a little torn, but it doesn't matter. 2, 3, 4, because these are for my journal. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I found another one over there. So all I'm doing is putting a couple pieces of tape on the back of these. And then I'm waxes all over the place from that candle. But what I want to do is I want to put numbers on them. And you know, I was sorting out magazines. I couldn't sleep last night. My tummy was upset. I think I ate too much popcorn. I didn't have that much popcorn than I usually do. I eat a large bowl of it, but it isn't like a crock bowl. It may be maybe a quart, maybe 4 cups of popcorn. But boy, it didn't settle with me. And it kept me awake. My tummy was all, it was gas pains. And I took a Tums, and man, I'm going to buy some Alka-Seltzer the next time I go shopping. Alka-Seltzer is on my list. Because those Tums, and I remember buying the Tums last year, but I never needed them after I bought them. And when I opened them last night, they had still had the seal on them, but they were chewable Tums, and they were hard to chew. So I took them out in the kitchen and broke them, smashed them up between 2 spoons, and put them in my mouth and finished chewing them that way. And eventually my tummy settled down, but what a relief. What a relief. A penguin. I like that idea, Janice. Because it's wintry. And, you know, a reindeer, if you do the whole body of the reindeer, you have to draw those 4 feet. And a penguin is more oblong, and he's got more, I think he'll be easier to paint for me. Let's put that little brush in the water. Put my scissors away. Look, I got 3 pair of scissors out. Oh, Meri. I'm just taking the release paper off here. But while I was sorting those magazines out, I ran across the calendar. I think we got it at the grocery store. It's Best Foods calendar. And I was going to use that textured page to cut numbers out of, but I think I'm going to take those numbers off of a calendar instead. And this is just for my holiday art journal. This isn't anything I'm A girl can never have too many shoes or art supplies. That's true. So true. Although I don't have a lot of shoes. I have a pair of walking shoes. I have a pair of loafers that I have worn. I've worn them for 5 years now. My other pair of loafers, I wore them out. I like penny loaf. This is that yucky wax stuff. Get it off of there. It doesn't matter, but I wore out my other pair of loafers that I was wearing before I came home. And when I came home, I got a pair of loafers. And they're showing their wear. And let's see, what else do I have? I wear those loafers every place. And I got a pair of walking shoes. I got a pair of kind of brown, I wouldn't know what to call them. They're not loafers and they're not walking shoes. They're just, they look like a pair of work boots almost, but they're not. They're a woman's shoe. Let's see, that's the torn one. And I have a pair of flip-flops, but I wear those loafers almost every place I go. This has a hem in it. So does this one. I'm going to use them. Oh, this is the... This one didn't get cut in half good. Now I should have, what, 23 of them? And if I don't like it, I can replace it. It's going to go down in the art journal. They're going to have numbers on them for the days of the month. I did not get anything on that one. Oh, here it's on this. No. So we really enjoyed the hop the other night. So many fun ideas. So many fun things to do. You guys, you keep me busy, busy, busy. So I should have 23 here. Now, I don't know what I did with my other circles, and I don't want to spend all night looking for them. They probably fell. Did they fall? I don't see them down there. Let's throw these away. Put my scissors away again. Put my palette knife away. I should have came in here this afternoon and figured out what I was going to do tonight. That was just busy work. I'm going to stop on that until I can find my others. Let's finish the washi tape that I'm going to make for Jane. And then I can get that stuff mailed out. I have a piece here. Oh, here's another circle. I have a piece here that I'm going to send her. Jane from Canada. I'm going to cut another piece out of that fabric. You just don't want to see the side of my desk here. Let's see, I think this is the piece that I'm going to send to with the crayon box. I have all these napkins that I was tearing the backs off of them. I need to finish my napkin journal. This is the slow stitching I started in. Here's, that goes there. This is the giveaway stuff. Oh my goodness. Papers and all right. I'm looking for, look at how red my hands are. How did my hands get so red? From that wax? How did my hands get so red? Was that from that wax? Or was that from handling these? I'll bet it was from handling these. That's something. That's that spray. I better clean my hands before I go any further here. I better clean my hands. Oh. I didn't realize that art spray, but see, I sprayed it on fabric, that net. I sprayed it through that netting to make a, well, to color it. Yeah, I think that's what it's coming from, that art spray. Huh. All right. They're still a little red, but I think I got the worst of it off. All right. So this goes with this. And I want another piece of fabric for this, and I want some fabric to cut there. So I'm off looking for fabric. And I happen to have it right behind me. I know I do. I know I do. I see here. Here it is. Honestly. All right. So this is brother sister design. I think I looked at this the other night. They were asking who made this fabric, and it's 2018 Brother Sister Design Studio. If you're curious, I got mine at Hobby Lobby. So I'm going to cut off a piece, maybe right here for, how many inches is that? I should try to put about 9 inches. 9 inches. We'll do 9.5 will be this blue. 9.5 will be the blue. And that will give her some leeway and if I don't cut straight for 9 inches. So I'm just going to cut it here. Should I open it up and cut it? Maybe I should open it up. Now let's measure again just to make sure I'm on the right track. Right here. Yeah, I lost it. Let me measure again. I'm going to cut it here. When I see cool fabric like this, I'm going to start buying about 3 yards because I end up sharing. When you find nice fabric, you want to share it. You know, cool design. Everybody loves these tape measures. This is not Tim Holtz. It's a brother-sister design. What did I do? I got off here. Right here. There. So this will go to Deb with her cigarette box. Here, and then for Jane I have a piece already made. Let's see how that is in there. We're gonna allow a little more when I cut this because I don't think I cut it too good on this side. My ruler again. I'll probably trim that off. So, and you can't go by this because as you can see right in here, there's just a little, maybe even not even a ½ inch of blue there. So I think I'm going to do 2.5 inches. Well, yeah, it'll probably take me right about to this blue lines, but what is it on this side? That's where I'm going to start cutting. I'm going to make her a big long piece of washi tape for Jane in Canada. And I don't think well, let's see. hard to tell when I got this all folded up here. I should take it off of the cardboard. Two inches. I'm going to cut it. 2 inches is right through those red numbers. Two and a half if I put it here, and then that would leave me, yeah, I'm going to cut it on that blue. Because my washi tape is only 2 inches. So we'll trim it after I put it on the tape. Let me stand up. Why aren't you cutting? All right. So I still have about 1.5 yards left for me. I want to use some of this in my sewing caboodle journal. All right, we'll put this back behind me. And let's look at chat. I'm in my own world again. Let's look at chat. Got wax on this phone. Riri says, I wish I could take a perfect screenshot of this fabric and print it out. Well, I'll leave it here for a count of 20. Let me unpin it again. Just so you don't sell it. I don't know if this is legal or not, but there you go, Riri. I'll count the 20. You got a good screenshot of it? Let's see what's showing in my screen. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I hope she's doing it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Of course, you're not getting true fabric. 15, 16, 17. You could probably find something free like this on the internet. 18, 19, 20. Fold it up again. It'd make a nice background page. There's all sorts of sewing pages out there. I'll bet you if you would go sewing ephemera, you'd find something like this. Or sewing images. Oh, that's that glossy accent pen. I don't know what I did. There it is. There we go. All right. So what I want to do is make some, and I'm going to start on this edge. Now this is wider than 2.5, but I know that this is not cut even here. So I'm going to start here with my tape. And let's do it this way this time and see how it works. Usually I put my tape the other way, and I'm going to give her the salvage part. I'm just going to give her this whole piece. And I might have to take that out so I can see where I'm going. I don't know if I can see where I'm going here. This isn't going to work for me. Let's do it the other way. This side works better. Now let's get my old scissors out. I don't like to cut that tape with my good scissors. Alrighty. So now that I've reversed it, I was going to talk to you first, but you got me sidetracked. Now I'm back doing stuff. And I'm just putting this down. You have to be careful you don't stretch it. I tend to want to stretch it. Smooth it out. And she'll get a good yard here and maybe, I think, 24 inches or so on the other. That's what I gave one of the others. I didn't give Deborah any washi. I gave her fabric and a stamp. And Jane really didn't win anything, but she was international, so I gave it to her because she was our international player. And I said, I'll just send you some because you're from Canada. She stuck with us. I gave this. I was pretty late with this giveaway, although I did have it. I did have it before I finished everything. All right, let's cut this off. There we go. Now I can put that tape away, I think. I'm done with it. And now, see, I left this much overhang because I knew it wasn't cut straight. And it probably won't be straight on here because the little pieces, the coloring's not straight. The tape measures are not this even. They're just tape measures. Alrighty. So what I want to do here is just trim this down. And I'll use this for tag ties. Yeah, I don't know if you can still get this. The date on this was 2018. So it's 2 years. Although I got it at Hobby Lobby sometime in the last year. It's not a recent purchase, but it's not an old purchase either. So now I'll have my giveaways all ready to go. I'll just have to put them in envelopes and address them. And I don't think I'll decorate these envelopes because I spend a lot of time decorating envelopes and it slows me down. I know what let's do next. I want to start working on Norma's kitty. And I decided, you know, that journal that I'm doing my ATCs in, I could do my practice animals in there too, because as I showed you, my journal's getting full. I'm going to trim this side off too. If I had this set up on a rotary cutter, it'd go much easier, but I don't. I got a rotary cutter. And it's pretty good until I get down to here. There. Now this, I'll save for my own use, tag ties. And this will go to Jane along with this. So they're getting a good deal of it from me. I'm going to put this in a 6x9 envelope. And the others, I'm not sure I can put those. I might have to put these in a little box when I send them. I might have to get some small. I don't know if those CD boxes would probably hold this. I'll go to the post office tomorrow, or I'll have my brother pick them up. He'll go to the post office tomorrow, and I'll tell him to get me some of those small CD type, the little smallest boxes. I might have one. Let's see, this goes here, this goes here, and this goes here. Let's see, let me turn around here. I might have one out. I might have one out here. Let me check. Let me check. Do 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 do. Magnet sheets. I do. Hold the phone. Let me pull it out. I think they'll fit in here. I'll have my brother get a couple more of these, because I still need to send Teresa Church her little journal that she won. I think this will be fine, but I have to get the fabric in there too. So maybe if I put this here on one side, put the fabric there, or maybe I can fold the fabric like inside the box maybe to protect it. Like that. These boxes are weird boxes. I have to tell you, they are weird boxes. I'll have my brother get another box. Now, I think these cost like $7 to send or something. I forget what the cost of them are. I think it might be cheaper to wrap brown paper around it and send it that way, or send it in an envelope like this. I might be able to do that, but I'll still have to mail it as a package. But I might save about $3 or so, because I think these cost like $7.95 or something for the tape. You know, the cartridge boxes. I don't know, but I'm all ready to mail them. They're all done. And these I'll just put in an envelope. So I'll save this out. I'll put this over on my cart. So let's work on kitty cats. Norma's kitty cats. Oh, here's that. I was going to show you. I think I did show it. This is that textured paper I made with the texture paste. And I was going to rub gold. Maybe I'll do that right now instead of saying I was going to. Let's do it. I was going to put some of that Derivan gold. I started putting it there as an example, but this is very textured. And I was going to cut this and make number tags out of it. But I think I've changed my ways here. But I do want to put that gold on it. So let's do that next. Do. What are you all talking about out there? Denise Dodd. Hi, Denise. UK charity shops are where people donate things, and then we can go in and buy things. We have hundreds of them covering all charities. Cool. Very cool. Like our thrift stores. I have to start being careful with going to charity shops and thrift stores. I love to go thrifting. I went last week. Let's see. There's not a whole lot of texture in here. There's a lot of texture up in here. I want it where the texture is. And I'm not sure you guys can see. Let's see if I can zoom in a little more. See, but yeah, you can kind of see it. And I'm just rubbing this over the texture paste here. It's very pretty. It'd make a nice art journal, but it's kind of stiff. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it now. I'm not sure where I'm going with it, except for I like it. And I call this, I'm using Derivan, D-E-R-I-V-A-N, Derivan screen ink, a metallic gold. And I think this comes out of Australia. You can buy it online. It's fairly expensive. I was gifted this by Annie V, bless her heart. And I call it gelato in a jar because it feels just like gelato. I like to use my finger to put it on. But it is water soluble until you dry it. I think when you use a heat gun on it, it becomes more permanent. And they recommend it for school kids, so you know it's a safe product to use. They say right on the jar that it's safe for school kids to use. And I think the reason why it's so expensive in the States is that it's imported. I don't know if it's on eBay or not, or not eBay, Amazon. I didn't check Amazon. Well, I think I'm going to put a little in here, and I don't want it completely gold. I just want spots of gold on it. This is pretty smooth in here. I should be working on my postcards. I'm afraid I'll bore you guys with it. All right, now I got gold fingers. I got red and gold fingers. Now I'm gonna stop. I do love this stuff. This is cool. And I've had it for probably a year and a half now. She sent me some bronze too. But I'm partial to the gold. All right, we're gonna set this aside. And I'm gonna get this new journal out. What am I running over here? This piece of paper. Let me clean my fingers again. How? Clean my fingers of the gold. And we're going to do my practice pet portraits in here. And Norma, Branson Limo Norma, has sent me 2 or 3 boxes. And I told her I'd do her kitty cats because I want to thank her. And I kind of got my pet portraits, I did hers. I'm going to do ATCs in this book, but I want to bop around in this book, so it'll be nice to maybe do my pet portraits back in here. And I'll just bop around. Welcome to everybody who's come in. Let's look at chat before I go off to my drive, though. All the pictures are on the drive. A different brand. Let's see what you got. We're going on free shipping. Derivan. Matisse Derivan. It might be. Yeah, it looks like about the same price. It might be. It's a metallic gold. Now they're calling theirs Matisse Derivan. It is Derivan brand, though. This says for fabric. Does it give any details on this? I don't see any details. I click on that. It just shows the picture. It might be the same thing. Whoops. Well, I'm back in chat. The only difference I saw that it said Matisse, but it was the same brand. You could probably email them and ask if that's the same as the screen ink, fabric screen ink. Let's go look at that again. Or they might be able to. This says screen printing. Matisse Derivan screen printing ink, metallic gold. But they're calling theirs Matisse. And it looks about the same price, so they might have just, I don't see the word Matisse on there. But this says it's for screen printing. So it might be the same stuff, but it's, how much is it? Let's see. Where are the details on this? No, I didn't mean driven. Oh, let's go back. Brand Derivan. Yeah. You got me shopping on Amazon now. Matisse screen printing black. Next. Bright orange. So let's look at the bright orange. Just for, see, I don't see a description. I don't see a description. I don't see the gold here. Have a question. Oh, features. Now this, the orange is not metallic. But see, it's non-toxic. You clean up with soap and water, excellent rub resistance, high light fastness. How much is it though? How many? Oh, 250 milliliters. This doesn't, this is 8 ounces here, 8.45, 8.5 ounces here. So how many milliliters in an ounce? Oh, this is 9.9 ounces. So let's go back and look at that gold that Arlene sent. Do, 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 do. I don't see a description. Oh, it's down here. 250 milliliters, metallic gold, water-based screen printing ink. It looks like it's the same thing. 9.9 ounces. So you're getting a little bit more. This is only 8.45 ounces. So you get an extra ounce in this. That they don't call it Matisse. But this might be a, you know, the same product and a little bit older. I'm not sure when she got this. She just sent it to me. All right. Thank you, Arlene, for the link. I appreciate that. Let's go back to my chat. Let's get rid of all my notifications. Hi, Lucia. Grandbaby just left, Lucia says, so I can watch YouTube. Hey, guess who has a birthday November 18th? Our Lucia has a birthday coming up. I'm going to send you something, Lucia. I know what I'm going to send you, but it might be a couple days late because today's the 15th. I've only got 3 days before your birthday, and I guarantee it won't get to you in 3 days. But I have something I want to send to you for your birthday. There's Norma. Hi, Norma. Years go by like months. They sure do, Riri. All right. Oh, Samsung's still yelling at me. Norma's here. Denise Dodd is here. Arlene, Cheryl, Rejoice, Donna Betts is here. Lori is here. Pirate ship in a box, then in an envelope is... Oh, yeah, ship it in a box and then in an envelope would be cheaper. Yeah. I agree, because that's what Rosemary did. And I'm gonna try that and see. Lori. I'll have my brother pick up a couple when he goes to the, let's go back into chat. When he goes to the post office tomorrow. I'll tell him to pick me up 4 of them just because I'll have them on hand. Mina's here. Hi, Mina. All right, I'm going to go out. Let's see. I'm going to sketch this. I'm going to sketch it with my little pen here, which will probably soak through, but that's okay. And we're gonna sketch it in this. I bought this journal. This is one of those Burum and Peace journals, but I don't like that the spine's so skinny. And you saw what I did to my other one. I broke the spine, and that spine was a lot larger. That spine was like about 1 inch, and this is probably, well, I think this is about a 1/2 inch, maybe a 3/4 of, maybe this one's 1 inch and the other one was 2 inches. But, so I'm just going to do flat things in this journal. But I want to start practicing on Norma's kitty cats. I want to start back on these pet portraits that I'm doing. So let's go out to my drive. Do, 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 do. And let's go to the cat folder. And let's go. I was working on Jasmine, and I did not like what I did with Jasmine before. Here is Jasmine. Let me stand up and see what you guys are seeing. You're seeing her pretty good. So I'm going to tilt my book a little. Bye, Denise. There's telling her to rest well. Let me get this ink off my table. And let's see what time it is. It is 8:14. So I'm just going to, and let's see, I took my fabric out of my, let's turn around and get it. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? I took my fabric in the other room when I was slow stitching with to sort out pieces, my bundles of fabric here that I usually put my I'll tell you, I still need to get organized in here. I'm getting there, but it's still pretty much a mess. My next objective is to clean off this computer desk. You know, the one that has all that junk on it? That one. So I want to rest this on here. And I'm going to have to turn this lamp a little so that I can see better. There. All right. So the kitty, I'm going to unplug this while I'm working on it because the cord gets in my way. The kitty itself flipped. The kitty is looking down and to the side here. Kind of this direction, like this. It may not be a good thing to turn that book too much. There. So, and it's got a black ear over here, and it looks like the tip of this ear is not on, so I'm going to have to, or it's on there and I'm not seeing it because of the picture itself. I can kind of see it in there. And it's kind of looking down. So I'm going to start with its eyes again. And I tend to make eyes a lot larger. Now, cat's eyes, I keep telling my brother that animal eyes are not human eyes. Animal eyes are much rounder than human eyes. And generally, like on this cat, now I won't say for that it's on all animals, but generally animal eyes do not have white. You know, like here's their entire eyeball is green, and then they have this little black, what do you call that? The iris? I don't know what it's called in a cat, but they have this little black piece in there. So the eye kind of comes like that, and then the nose comes there. And this eye, what do you got? Are you guys seeing? I can't, I need a third device. This eye is wide open right here. And this other eye, you just see maybe 3/4 of the eye over here, because the way the head is turned. I think I might be able to zoom in just a teensy bit more. There. And I've already got a pretty big cat eye there. But so be it, I'm just practicing. And then it's got a fairly wide nose, this way it's fairly wide, but it's pretty short too. It's not a big long nose. So, and it's got some gray, kind of a gray-white fur underneath in here. And it kind of comes down like that. And then this eye, the cat's left eye on our right side kind of slants, but the eye itself is probably about maybe a 7-degree angle in here. So it kind of comes down right down in there. See the top of this eye right in there is not even. The two eyes are not even. So maybe about a 7-degree angle down. I'm guesstimating. And then it comes down this way, and then the nose. Now I have that cat. To me, that cat is looking this way. It should be looking that way. Why am I not looking that way? I don't know. And it's got a little cheekbone in here, and you don't see very much of this eye. It's probably not even that big. And it comes out to there, and then it's got a cheeky bone in here, and it's kind of furry. And for some reason, when I do cats, they look like owls to me until I get it. I mean, even looking at that cat, this looks like an owl to me. I don't know. He's got fur up in there. So the little nose, though, I think it's the way I have this drawn. The little nose comes down in here, kind of like that. And they look angry to me until I get some color in this eye. I really need to get some color in it. And you can hardly see this eyebrow. And it has some, the head comes here, and then it's got just a little mouth in there. And yeah, it's maybe too much there, up in there. And I'm just kind of trying to define the head. The ear comes, you can hardly see. If I would lighten this up a little, maybe. The ear comes right in here. Now the head over here, there's a lot of fur over in here. There's a lot on this cat. Probably about 1/3 of this cat's head is white fur on this side, and the other 2/3 are the eyes. So the head kind of comes out to here, sort of. And the ear kind of comes up this way. And I'm having to imagine that may be a little high. Kind of like that. I'll probably have to draw this cat 20 times before I finally get it looking like a cat. And then it's got black fur and gold, black and gold fur. And then it's got a little chin out over this way. Now it doesn't look so much like an owl to me. But once if I just draw those eyes, they start looking like an owl to me. Now the kitty cat itself, See, this head comes down this way. And her name is Jasmine. This is Jasmine. She's really a pretty cat. And I'm not sure that I've caught the beauty of this cat. And I'm just going to have to keep practicing her. I think her eyes, I think if I do her eyes again, so I just have to keep practicing this cat. Her shoulder comes out this way and kind of comes, you can kind of see a fur line coming this way, and then her legs start coming down this way. And her back comes down that way. But I don't quite have her, I don't have the beauty of her. So I'm just going to keep practicing her until, let's practice her eyes again. I think her eyes are not pretty enough for me. If I just keep practicing them. And it kind of comes like that. No. You can barely see the black in here. Maybe if I put some green. I'm not going to do the Crayola thing tonight. I'm just going to play with my markers, my super tips. Let's put some green in there. Some green, yellow green. And she's got a gold, find a gold here. It's more of a, is that a gold? She's got gold markings in here. Coming off in her ear here, all around in here. A little bit in there. Now it kind of turns gray. You can't see this ear too well. It's not a whitish white, it's more of a grayish white up here in her ear. I'm just playing with my markers. Ooh, is that a green? That's a blue. That's a blue-gray. It says it's gray, but it looks like a blue-gray to me. Is this the same? That's a darker gray. It's almost too dark, but sort of a grayish color coming in here. And I can wet these markers. Let's get out a brushy brush. Yeah. I don't know how much I can move these. I can move them a little. Yeah, let's dry that. I'm going to do this cat 10 times before I get her. She's looking a little bit more feminine to me, but not quite yet. I think her nose is too long, but I don't have the pink on it. Maybe if I shorten up her nose a little here. and let it come down like that. Let's see, what else do I have here? That's a dark purple. I don't want a dark purple. Those are dark purple. Is that a black? It's hard to tell in this lighting what I have. She's got black coming in here. And the black extends over this way. And it's hard to see. It's hard to see where that ear goes off to. It falls into the shadows. And it kind of comes up this way and kind of falls in there. Black in there. Let's see if I can blend that at all. This is where I need more, maybe even watercolor rather than markers. I'm just kind of putting in the, I don't know if I have my watercolors out enough to use. You can try these. Let's see if these will work. Let's see if I got enough color there. Looks like that yellow is, no, that's just a paper. Now remember, this is just a art journal page, so I don't even know what colors I have on my palette here. Put some grays in here. I don't like this. It turned it sort of a blue color. And I don't have a good green. I just have a phthalo green in this. I need to dig out my watercolors. I don't like that at all. I'm going to put these markers away. That was a bad choice. The eyes are okay, but I don't like the fur. I'm just playing. At least I think I did get the angle of the cat here. I'm just keep practicing her until I get her right. Let's get these off my desk again. Yeah, Samsung is yelling at me. Let's go to this yellow ochre for in here. Yellow ochre kind of comes around like this. And then let's pick up this gray in here. Kind of grayish in there. And in here. And then the black. I think this is the black. She's got kind of a, that's a dark blue. That's not black. That's dark. Where's my black? There. comes down this way. That's brown. Where is my black? Don't I have a black here anymore? That's dark blue. I think I have two browns. That's brown. I gotta figure out where my black is. That's black. There's not much of my black left. That's black in there. Kind of comes down this way. And black in here. So gray's up in here. Gray's up in there, kind of defining it up in there. I think I have her looking too angry. I'm just playing with it. Let's dry it and go to another page. I'm going to get her. I'm going to work on this until I get it. Let's see if I can find my Kotaku watercolors. I have watercolors. I put them over here. Under everything. Yeah. I'll play with these. They're a little bit more opaque. All right. What's on the back? We're going to leave that. We're going to go to the next page. What are you guys seeing? I think I got the angle of the head, but I don't. I messed it up by putting that marker on there. And I think I need a shorter nose, and this eye needs to be, this eye, I think this eye is what's making her look angry here. It comes up and it should kind of curve down a little. If you look at her, her eye goes up this way, but this line in here, right in there, kind of comes back down, and I still have it going up. And I think that makes her look angry. My opinion. Just my opinion. See, I kind of have it the same over here. This should angle down more like that. And this kind of angles in like that. Makes her look like a prettier cat. Because she's a pretty cat. She's not an angry cat. Or I don't know if she's angry or not. I don't know her personality. She looks like a pretty cat, though. So. She's got on her tag, it says Princess, but I think the name of the cat is Jasmine. Okay, I'm going to start with the eye again over here. Just practicing. I'm practicing. The more you practice and observe, the better you get. I think. All right. So it kind of comes like that. And then it's about a 7-degree That's about 7 degrees, 7 or 8 degree down. And then it slants up and then comes down again. It kind of comes like this. I don't want her nose too long. Okay, let's put the other eye in here. Okay, so she kind of has some defining lines in there. Kind of comes down that way. Her little nose starts, we're going to make it start right here. Go like that maybe. It's got a little eye there. Maybe not that much. I might have a little much there. And then her jaw, she's got a little jawline in here. And this mouth comes over like that. Little chin line. Now she still looks angry. Her head doesn't come out that much. She still looks angry to me. I don't have her yet. But let's play with this. Is this my black? That's purple. These paints, Kurtaki paints this is black. So let's just put some black color up in here. And the ear comes out this way, rather than a hard line. Head kind of comes this way, up this way. Now let's move my tea off of the table. Let's put the eye in. Let's put in a greenish colored eye. Oh, wet. My paint is wet. And yellow ochre in here. Yellow ochre up in here. Maybe not that much. And I can't see what color these are. What colors? That's green again. And this other ear comes up this way. Kind of comes up. And this ear comes out. That may be a little tall, might be a little high for an ear. Her head. Once you get the head defined in there. She's talking to herself. I need my palette. Some grays in here. Grays coming down this way. It comes down this way. Her nose is not right. I don't do cats good. I need a lot of practice on doing cats. I still have her looking angry. Oh, that's a gray. Sort of a gray area in there. And black coming down in here. Now I think I might have her head way too big here. I'm just practicing. I don't like this one either. She still looks angry to me. Now, she looks angry. And this area in here is all gray. Up around in there. Not happy with this one either. She's got more of a roundy face in here. I don't have it. I did better on this one than I did that one. So if you think Meri never struggles, you're wrong. I'll try this again. Comes this way. I think it's this eye that makes her look so angry, that when I draw that eye. Okay, now I'm going to go to my brush. And let's pick up some of this gold. Here comes a train. Let's put some gold in here. A little bit of gold up in here. That might be too much gold. It seems like an awful lot. Let's pick up some black. Put in there. And the ear, I lose the ear. It's hard to see where it goes off to. I think her eye is not that big now. Either her eye is not that big or I need to make this area bigger. Yeah, I still don't have it. To the gray. There's too much water on that brush. And the cat's cheek kind of comes like that. Goes around like so. I'm going to try to lift some of that up if I can. This cat does not have, I'm putting in pretty distinct lines just to get the shape of it, but this cat does not have distinct lines. It's really blendy. And it certainly has a wider nose in here than I have. But there we go. can blend any of that out or not. And then it falls into black again, right up in here. Yeah, it's too dark. Now, Meri's talking to herself. I think I have this eye a little big. Now I'm just playing. I'm going to sketch this cat 20 million times before I get it right. I just know it. And the nose is barely pink on this photograph. And all of this area in here is gray, but it's also a very white gray in here. So I'll have to come in with more white in there. Let's let me get my bigger brush. And let's put in a background. That might help define it. And I'm just, shall I put in a green background? Let's put in a green background. Now I can see where I need to play with it in there. I'm not happy with her. Let's try it. I'm not happy with any of them. But I know if I keep working, I'll get it. She's not pretty enough for me. She is not pretty enough for me. Here she's pretty. She's just a princess over here. Here she's... I don't like that one at all. this eye is entirely too big. She's got some little whisker lines in there. And she's got more. I've kind of wiped out the white. I'm going to use some acrylic paint. Maybe that white that's so translucent. What did I do with it here? I don't want to put it on my watercolor. And I don't want to use a watercolor brush. I got it red on there. Oh, that's stupid. I get so mad at it, it won't leave me alone. It knows I'm not signed in. Excuse me. Now her head comes more at an angle here. Comes up that way. Comes down. White underneath in there. A little white in here. Now keep in mind, I'm just practicing in my journal. This is far from the completed piece. I have to practice several times before I'm comfortable with what I've done. And then she's got, I'll wash that out. I think I'm getting there, but I'm not there. Alrighty. Let's take my watercolor brush. Some blacks in here. Yeah. And pushed my palette over my white paint, and I don't want that brush for my white paint. It's really a bright white in here and kind of coming off bright white in there. bright whites up in here, and just a little going up the ear here and coming down. I'm getting her. She's starting to show up for me. Now she's got a kitty cheek here and here. It kind of comes off in there. Let's take this green, and it comes down a little bit more like so. Now I'm not going to paint the whole body of this cat. So when I do it on an 8 by 10, I don't know. Here. Some grays in here. And some more black coming down. I think that eye is a little high. I don't quite have the eyes right yet. This eye needs to be a little bit lower. But I'll just keep working at it. Now I'll bring some greens down in here. Well, I didn't want that green in there. I could mix a little bit of blue up in here. A darker blue, maybe. Let's give it a dry. I get all my pencils and stuff messed up. Now I've got a combination of acrylic and watercolor on here. And ink. That needs to have a little bit more of a tone in there. Brushes can hold a lot of water. This area in here is really grayish. Coming down into there. Coming down this way. Kind of a mixture of gray and white. My white watercolor doesn't show up like my white acrylic does. Keep moving my palette over into the paint. It's a bad place to put the paint. What does it look like to you guys? It's a practice cat. It's a practice one. Not quite there yet with the eyes. Got a little bit too high and a little bit too wide, I think, on that eye. But I'm not going to change it now. I might try to put a little bit more gold. It's really a gold orange color. More of a rusty brown. I don't know if I have the right coloring. That comes up over that way. it's only on the head. A little bit down here on the foot, down in there. Yeah, it's interesting. A little bit above the eye. More yellow ochre over there. Some of that dark blue up in here. What happens in the picture is this ear fades into the background and I can't see too much of a definition, and this ear is cut off. So I'm kind of having to imagine those. Here, we get those brushes washed out enough. Yeah. Now I go back to my white acrylic. I need that to be just a little bit more blendy. Oh! I wiped out her eye. I almost feel like painting it out. I wiped it out, period. I don't know if I can fix that. It's just paper. Now I have to dry that. Well, I think this one is better than the others, but I don't think I'm there quite there yet. I'm not quite there. There's a difference between using an acrylic white and watercolor. And that acrylic white defines really, it shows up, but it makes really definite lines, whereas the watercolor tends to blend in a little bit more. And I definitely don't have the right color green for the eyes here. Yeah. Her eye is too oval, and I don't think I can fix that. I think I've done it. Look at that pinkish red on her nose. Soften that line a little more. I'm gonna soften that. Yeah. I think I'm going to call this one a study and call it done. It's not too bad. It's not there yet, though. It's not jasmine yet. Let's see, I have to leave my watercolors out and let them dry. So, I don't know. I'm going to set them someplace behind me. Yeah. I just don't have room for anything anymore. I'm just going to put study here. Study of Norma's cat. And I think it's Jasmine. And I'll sign it. It's not quite where I want it. 11, 15, 20, 20. But the more you do it, look at the difference. Look at the difference. See, I started here. Look at that horrible cat. And I knew, look at the nose is too big. I blotched in color up there. I knew that the eyes look angry to me. And this one is horrible. This one is, whoops, I better leave it open. This one's a little better. Excuse me. Let me wash out my brushes here. Especially these smaller ones. This one needs to be clean with some Daddy Vans. Not Daddy Vans. You know, the other one. Murphy's Oil Soap. All right, I'm tired. It is 9:41. So I'm not going to stay up all night. I think I need to work on the eyes a little more. I got the angle of the head. I'm still working with this area in here. It's not quite right, but I'm not going to fool with it anymore. So it's not perfect by any means. Let's go to chat. Let's go to chat. I got 37 people still in here. Good night, Riri. Oh, well, I have a lot of work yet to do on her, Norma. She's, you know, I'm not an, well, wait a second. I'm not a animal portrait artist, but I'm sure learning. I'm sure learning. And what other cat was it? Oh, it was Karen Kay's cat. I painted and painted and painted on it. And eventually, if you practice enough, you eventually get it. I'm lagging here on my computer. Oops. On my computer. What did Jude say? Jude says, don't tell him, Norma. Tell him, don't you remember, honey, he lived here for years. I'm not sure what you guys are talking. Oh, you lost your big boy? You just bring cats from all over the place. Hubby's Foxy has to toe the line with all those cats. They get bigger than him. Branson says she loves cats. She has 2 right now. I've had cats all her life. Sue says she wants a cookie. Let's see. What did Joycey say? She says, Branson says, Joycey, she does have a black dot on one side and a larger tannish brown patch on the other. See, when I look at her and her eyes aren't elegant enough for me. But you know, you have to understand that this is coffee paper, and yeah, and I don't have whiskers on her. So it's a study, and I'll keep studying her until I get her right. I made a lot of progress, I think, tonight. I mean, look at this. This one looks like it has a toothache. It looks more like a tiger than a cat. The head shape isn't too bad on here, but I messed it up with my thinking I was going to do it with those super tips. The nose is kind of big. I had the nose too long. I think this is probably the best of all of them, so I'll keep studying her. I did her in that other journal, and she really looked angry. You enjoyed Joyce? Joyce, I'll get your Crayola box, your altered Crayola box mailed out. It won't go out tomorrow. I'm not planning on going any place tomorrow, but maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. I got them all ready to go. I'm going to have my brother pick up some little boxes for me. So I'm kind of tired tonight. I'm not going to stay on all night. Hi, Carla. Thank you, Carla. You're learning just watching what I do? Well, you know, there's one thing. I tend to want to sketch with these fine point pens or with ink. But when you do that, when you're doing a pet portrait, you put in very defined lines. And that's what I did. You see, you can see them coming through there on this one and on this one too. But you've got very definite lines here. And if you're doing a painting and can paint over them, it's okay. But I used watercolor on here, so I tried to define the pet portrait with watercolor. This area in here is bothering me. And I think this eye is too high. And I'm still working on it. But I kind of like, the other thing I like about this one is how it's kind of layered to build the dimensionality of it, if that makes any sense to you. Like I put grays in here, and then I put whites over the gray, and there's some different tonal values in there that kind of gives it a dimension. And like on this black is not just a pure flat black. It's watercolor, so it's got a gradient value in there. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. Have a really good week. Dee Dee will be on tomorrow morning. And after that, Janet Young and Janet Nash is on tomorrow morning. And I think I read where Kathy Arbor is on in the afternoon. But don't take that for sure. I get those things mixed up. But I know for sure Lisa Conway will be on in the evening. Lisa at My Eclectic Life. So have a great day. Have a great evening. Have a great week next week. Bye, everybody. Oh, keep your joy. Keep your joy. That's what I'm going to say until Christmas, because our old world just has really robbed us of a lot of joy. So don't let them have it. Go get it back and keep it. Keep the joy. Bye, everybody. Have a great week. I'll see you Tuesday morning.